Welcome back, citizens of Reniac Land and Fanatic Universe, to Sick and Serving. Pretend we have a really cool intro song that will happen one day. Da 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 da.
Why don't I just go into Star Wars?
So, on today's episode, we are back with more lyric breakdowns for you. And on today's episode, we're going to dissect one of my favorite songs that I ever wrote. And it's called Silver Lining. And I'm going to be real with y'all. If we weren't batch filming these, I would be dressed in my little silver outfit right now. But it's okay. Instead, you're going to get gold Greek goddess. Close enough. Close enough. I'm so excited to share this song with you guys. This is another song that I just co-wrote with the producer. His name is Ryan Benyo. We love Ryan. He is the father of Let Me Go Numb, which is an old tried and true favorite for some of you guys. He also did Burnin', and yeah, that's my attempt of making a cool montage for Mr. Ryan. But this is my favorite song Ryan and I have ever done together. It's one of my favorite songs I've put out, period. And honestly, it's what it sounds like. It's about finding the good amidst the chaos and the bad in life, Not So Teenage Dream was an era of depression, of finding literally everything awful and horrible and being depressed. And now as we go into our adult years, I just turned 20 per she's in her 20s now. It's about growing and evolving and being, accepting life for what it is and finding the parts that make it beautiful. Because if it'll always be, we can always writhe in our misery, but we sometimes have to take the time to find what's worth living for. And that is what this song is about. So let me pull up the lyrics. I'm not going to lie, I might have to do it from memory because it's been ages since we wrote the song, but let me see here. This was actually written my freshman year of college, I believe second semester. All right, so this is Silver Lining. We're starting off hot with verse 1. Got a makeshift family and yet another city I moved to. There is so much moving themes in my music. If you can tell, I've lived in a lot of places, you guys, and Homegirl was tired of it. She was tired of constantly uprooting, making new friends, building a new life. So that was me essentially acknowledging that here we go again. We're about to start off on another new city journey. And this time, this song is very much about was written in the period when I moved to Los Angeles, not Dallas, like Bored Little Kid was in a previous episode that we talked about. The other lines of verse 1 go, collecting my trophies, but nothing ever feels new. So essentially this line is like, okay, I'm making strides in life. I'm feeling successful. I feel like I'm winning things, collecting my trophies, but it's starting to feel a little monotonous. I'm not going to lie. It's acknowledging that
That's a good.
this, thank you so much. It's it's like, I feel like, I don't know if you ever feel this way, Haley, but it's like, it gets to a point where I got a point in my life where, and I think this came with moving here because I started to see there was so much more to life than just sitting behind my computer and doing everything and anything possible for my music. And it got to a point where I'm like, obviously I am working to make it one day, but I'm going to kill myself if I don't give myself another avenue of my life other than this. I've got to actually live a life to make good music. I've got to live a life to be the best version of myself when I'm showing up to things. So essentially it was kind of hitting that rock where it's like, okay, it's about damn time that I allow myself to have a life. So that's kind of what that line's about. And then the pre-chorus, oh, I know, I always fold, I always fold. So those lines kind of a reference to once again, like the monotonous pattern, like I say I'm going to change. I say I'm going to make this easier for me. I say I'm going to be better to myself, but I always cave in. I always cave into what I think I should do rather than what I actually should do. The chorus. Fighting hard to own this. See the fire in my eyes. Getting out of focus. Free falling keeps me alive.
Oh, I love that. Free falling keeps me alive. Yes.
Hey! Though free falling keeps me alive is one of my favorite lines I've ever wrote because I honestly came to terms with myself, and I think we talked about this in Pickaxe quite a bit, where it's like the line in Pickaxe, I found comfort in chaos. I can't have a normal life. I've come to terms with that. It sounds insane, but genuinely, like, listen, I could have a normal life if I wanted to, y'all. I got great friends. I've got, I'm doing well in my degree. I'm an AB student, without, really doing too much for it. Like I'm coasting right by. I could go get my 9-to-5 job in marketing and probably live a pretty sweet life. But unfortunately, my brain says no. My heart says no. My brain says that sounds nice. That sounds smart, Rini. You could actually have a weekend. You could actually like sleep, you could actually have a healthy lifestyle. I actually look at my roommate and kind of see what I could have with her. She's also a marketing major and that's like what she does. Her passion is like gymming. She's a gym rat.
Yeah.
She's got it. She meal preps. She's got the sleep.
No way.
She gets ready every day. Like, the hair's always blown out. Like if perfect was a person, Madeline Hood, that's who it is. She's got it all going on.
Damn.
Yeah, I look at her and I'm like, yeah, that could be me. Theoretically, yes, I could have that life. But what do? No, I have to make it hard for myself. I can't just enjoy my happy SoCal marketing Emily in Paris life. No. I have to be insane and become an artist, an actor, and whatever you call me. Some might call me an internet goof, and honestly, I'm okay with that. But yeah, so that's
Rini K.
I'm a Rini K. That's what I am, guys. I'm a Reniac. That's what it is. And there's a reason why we're called Reniacs. It's maniac and Rini blended together. So there you go. But that's essentially, so free falling keeps me alive. It's like, I can't be comfortable in comfortable. My comfortable is 3 hours of sleep and having something that I'm hungry for, something that I'm craving to go after that is hard, school was never good enough for me because there's a system that's tried and true. I love that. The analytical side of my brain loves that. But my creative side says this is so boring, I'm going to kill myself. So that is essentially the first half of the chorus.
Fuck this.
Yeah. And then the second half is from golden to hopeless to an all-time soaring high. Stop and smell the roses to see the silver lining. I'm saying it like that so you can hear the rhyme. So yeah, it's just like, it's following it's that whole theme of free falling keeps me alive. It's like, I'm going to take the punches and I'm going to go take the wins. I'm going to feel the rush. Feel the rush. Addicted. Sorry. I'm going to feel the rush. I'm going to like enjoy the highs of playing shows and meeting fans in public. Like that stuff is so exciting to me. Like the first time that ever happened to me, like it just solidified them like, okay, that feeling, I need that feeling again, like right now. So I love chasing these moments and I'm okay with also hitting the gut-wrenching feeling of when a song doesn't perform the way you want it to, or I'm willing to, take the beating from the industry that comes along with, especially being a female artist. I'm willing to do all this because I love all the in-between. I love the journey. Frankly, even if I never grew from where I was right now, I love it so much that I'm okay with continuing this grind. And to stop and smell the roses to see the silver lining. It's like, I'm going to embrace all this and I'm going to see the silver lining in everything I do because there's no other way to live my life for myself.
Period.
So period. Verse 2. I'm always looking for the new thing, but every day that goes by can't keep track of what I'm losing, think I might be going blind. So this is essentially about how in the music industry, Haley and I write about the music industry a lot, as you can tell. But this can really apply to anything in life. I'm always, me personally, so what this looks like for me, I'm always looking for the next way to promote a song. Like, trying to improve and grow and grow and grow and grow and be like, be this sponge of knowledge. But at some point, sometimes when you're looking so far ahead in the future, you can't see what's right in front of you. You can't see what you've done. You can't acknowledge all that you already have. So for anyone else, this could be an ideal relationship you're seeking when you can't see all the beautiful things right in front of you because you're so focused on that life partner that could be out there one day. Or your friends, you can't see how valuable the people that are currently in your life are because you just want to be with this other, group of people or this other job or whatever it is. It's essentially about not taking for granted what you already have. Then pre-chorus, same thing. Oh, I know, I always fold. Same chorus. The bridge. Besties, the bridge makes my heart very happy.
Rini K bridge, always.
We're about to get cooked. No, I think back to when we recorded the Bored Little Kid episode. I made up for it with this bridge. Okay, I might not have given Bored Little Kid a bridge, but you know what? She came back and gave a bridge here.
Period.
So all I need to do is turn back to my comfortable life, but maybe I enjoy the burn and the things that keep me up all night. Can we appreciate the nod to the song Burning? That was unintentional in that bridge.
I need it.
Thank you, Haley. Little Taylor Swift moment there. I didn't even realize that happened, but it was funny because Ryan also produced Burning, so we didn't even think about it. But when we wrote it, I'm like, oh wait. But yeah, we're basically circling back to that idea of just like free falling keeps me alive. Like I can move back to Dallas. I could live at home with my very loving, wonderful parents who would happily have me live with them and cook for me and do all the things. And I could live a really satisfying life there with basically next to no struggle. But I don't want to do that. That's the thing. I can't do that. I'm not wired that way. I'm literally not. Yeah, like I enjoy things that keep me up all night. I love being, this is really not healthy and I do not encourage this to any of you guys. But for example, last night I got like 2 hours of sleep because I was so excited about what I was going to do today, and for context, I had an 8 a.m. class. Like no one should be excited for an 8 a.m. class. And I wasn't excited for the class, to be clear. But like no one should be excited to get up. I couldn't sleep because I was excited about filming Sick and Serving. I was excited about talking to Haley. I was excited about I love you. I was excited about making new songs. I was excited about going to the gym. Like, and that's how, in a way, I look at it as a positive because I used to go to sleep to avoid my life because I hated it. But now we're on the flip side of it. Now it's like I'm excited to get up. And it's like I do not condone that. That is not healthy. Go to sleep. Sleep well, besties. But yeah, I kind of enjoy being up all night because I'm just so, I feel like I'm living this high and low life,
Bestie, on a similar note, because we were talking about like being excited before going to bed last night. So I was very, very excited about filming Sick and Serving too. And it was we all know this year, I think. I don't know, like I've talked about it before, like I'm bipolar. So like I take like bipolar meds at night and like the meds help me go to sleep. But like if I'm like really, really, really excited about something or like, I'm just like having an episode, like I just like it'll just be hard for me to go to sleep. But I was so excited about like talking to Rini, talking to you, Bestie, like filming Sick and Serving and everything that I took my bipolar meds and I took melatonin. I don't know if I don't encourage this. Because like I actually don't know if this
is way too much. I don't encourage
it. I'm not endorsing
this.
But I will say though, like, best sleep ever. Hands down. Don't know like if that's good though, but like I felt so awake when I woke up this morning. I only woke up, I think it was like my fourth alarm, which is crazy.
That's
And it
very.
took me like 15 and then like Preston like shoving me.
Yeah. No, dude, literally, that is so real. I don't know about you. The only reason I could sleep during the pickaxe week was purely because we were doing so much every day. There was no way my body could physically not go to sleep. But if we weren't like jam packing content shoots, photo shoots, and recording sessions all into like the span of 3 days, I would 100% have been up all night being like, yes, this is gonna be so great.
So,
No, genuinely. So yeah, take it. You heard it here first, y'all. Haley Faye Rosenthal understands silver lining. She gets it. She
yeah,
gets the free fall and keeps you alive. Um, and then and I also, the reason why I love this bridge too is the background vocals are just insane. Like it's so Gracie Abrams coded. Y'all know I love her. Um, okay, so we were on A Little Insane, Getting Numb to the Pain. The Easter egg, Let Me Go Numb. I forgot about that too. We referenced Let Me Go Numb. A Little Insane, Getting Numb to the Pain, but I swear I'm fine. It's almost like I need to get hurt to think I'm doing something right. So,
uh-huh.
once again, I healed as all get, right? Nobody's perfect, right? And this, like, I'm not saying these lyrics are healthy in any way, that it's good to feel this way, but this is just honestly like this is how I felt, this is how I still feel. It's essentially being like, listen, I know I'm choosing to do things a little bit differently. I know I'm being a little unorthodox here. Um, and maybe like I kind of look at things objectively these days. Some people might say that it's not good to be getting numb to the pain. But genuinely when I say, but I swear I'm fine, like that is what I mean. I feel like I've never been in a better mental state, even if doctors would look at my lifestyle and be like, girl, what are you doing? You know? Um, and it's like this whole, I don't know if it's a validation thing. I was an academic validation girly at one point. Now I'm a music industry validation girly. Um, but it's almost like I, I, I get in a state where if I'm not pushing myself to the point where I'm just a wee bit uncomfortable, I feel like I'm too comfortable and that I'm doing everything too safe. So it's like I almost do, like it's quite literal to like what I'm saying here in the last lines of the bridge. It's almost like I need to get her to think I'm doing something right. And I definitely think it's a psychological point. I don't think you need to be feeling that way to be doing something right. But in my mind, that's how my mind works. And yeah, and then I just repeat the chorus. And that is
I rip
silver.
off of that line that you just said real quick.
Yeah, please
Like
do.
yes, and to all of that, like I resonate with that so much, especially like as another like woman in the music industry. Like I feel like I need to just be pushing the boundaries and I need to like if I feel safe, if I feel like I'm like in a repetitive act of like feeling safe, I feel like I'm not growing and that makes me nervous. And so like the only way for me to like not be nervous is to like just continue to like see what else I can do and see how I can like, take everything that I'm doing and grow. But also on a completely different note, I relate to that because I don't know why this popped into my head truly, but I was just thinking about like my love for spicy food, and I'm like, I make jokes about it a lot, like to the point where I'm like, yeah, like I can't tell if it's like an act of like self harm with like how much I love spicy food. Like I can't tell like if I just like am I pushing the boundaries with like how much spice I'm putting into the food because I enjoy the taste or because I enjoy the burn. But
She can feel it burning, burn. Dude, I told you my mom went to the ER thinking she had a heart attack after having ghost peppers, right?
no,
Oh
what?
yeah. when I was in elementary school, side story, guys. When I was in elementary school, my grandma had to come pick me up from carpool because my mother sent herself to the hospital fully believing she was having a heart attack when in fact she had ghost peppers, which is one of the hottest peppers you could have. And this woman loves spicy food, okay? Spicy food is scared of Andrea Cafanis, okay? Like they hate to see her coming. But that one got her down bad. And one really expensive hospital bill later, she quickly learned that there are limits. There are, in fact, limits. But yeah, no,
Mother.
I get what you're saying so much though on the nervousness level. Like it really is. It's like I get anxiety if I'm not having anxiety.
Yeah.
Like it sounds so bad and so weird, but it's like truly like if I'm not feeling anxious because I'm trying something new online that could like get me hate or you know push things off in a way that hasn't get me exposure I haven't seen before. If I'm not feeling that, I'm anxious that I'm not feeling that.
Yeah.
So that's just how it be. But anywho, that's the breakdown of silver lining. Thank y'all so much for letting me share. That's a wrap on serving spicy silver lining. Make sure to follow me at Rini K Official on Instagram and Snapchat, and Rini K Music on TikTok and YouTube because I love to make your life harder.
Wait, what?
It's two different usernames. I'm sorry. They were already taken by me when I was younger.
Oh, no. But follow me at Haley F. Rosenthal everywhere.
She'll keep it easy for you.
All right.
Yay.
Bye.